Bale's assured posture in one of the reception room's elegant chairs belied his sense of raw desperation. A few meters away, standing at one of the tall windows, Darth Vader gazed out on crowds of demonstrators who were becoming more turbulent with every passing moment. This is Leia's father, Bale told himself, certain of it now. Anakin Skywalker, rescued somehow on Mustafar and returned to life, though now confined to a suit that made manifest what Skywalker had become at the end of the war. Betrayer, butcher of children, apprentice of Sidious, follower of the dark side of the Force. And soon, Leia would be in his presence. When Breha had comlinked him unexpectedly, Bale had come close to telling her to flee, fully prepared to suffer whatever consequences would descend on him. To ensure Leia's safety, he had even been ready to sacrifice Fang Zar. Would Vader recognize Leia through the Force as his child? What would happen if he did? Would he compel Bale to reveal where Obi-Wan was, where Luke was? No. Bale would die first.
"What's taking Senator Zar so long?"
Vader asked. Bale had his mouth open to reply that the palace guest wing was some distance away, when Sheltray Retrack entered the reception room, her expression alone making it clear that something was wrong. Approaching Bale, she leaned low to say in a quiet voice, "Fang Zar is not in the residence. We don't know where he is." Before Bale could reply, Vader swung to the two of them.
"Was Zar alerted of my coming?"
Bale came to his feet quickly. "No one was apprised beforehand of the reason for your visit." Vader glanced at Commander Appo.
"Find him, Commander, and bring him to me."
The words had scarcely left the black grill that concealed Vader's mouth, then security alarms began to sound throughout the palace. Captain Antilles immediately moved into the transmission field of the reception room's holoprojector, where a half-life-size image of a security officer was already resolving.
"Sir, 3 unidentified beings have gained access to the palace. Their motive is unknown, but they are armed and were last seen in the residential wing in the company of 2 droids."
"Do we have images of the intruders?" Retrack asked before Bale could silence her.
"Only of the intruders,"
the security officer said. "Show them," Antilles ordered. The security cam image showed 3 males, 1 human and 2 humanoids, dashing down one of the corridors.
"Jedi,"
Vader said, mostly to himself. "Jedi? That can't be possible." Vader whirled on him.
"They've come for Fang Zar."
He stared at Bale from inside the mask.
"Zar is attempting to return to Cern Prime. Apparently, he hoped to keep from implicating you in his flight."
The reception room fell silent, but only for a moment. From the holoprojector appeared an image of Breha holding a distraught Leia in her arms.
"Bale, I won't be joining you after all,"
she said, loud enough to be heard over the infant's crying.
"We had a disturbing encounter with 3 trespassers and a couple of droids who nearly frightened the baby to death. She's in no condition to be introduced to company. I'm trying to calm her."
"That's probably best," Bale said in a rush. "I'll check back with you in a moment." Deactivating the holoprojector, he turned slowly to Vader, arranging his features to suggest a mix of mild disappointment at his wife's message and deep concern for just about everything else that had occurred. "I'm certain there'll be another time, Lord Vader."
"I look forward to it."
With that, he turned and marched away.